Hi everyone. Today we are going to discuss an important topic, software development life cycle in the subject of software engineering. Software development life cycle, simply we can say SDLC, is one of the prominent topic in the field of software engineering. Everybody knows there are different stages are involved in the case of developing a software. Let's see what is SDLC. Software Development Lifecycle, simply we can say SDLC. It is a structured process used for developing high quality software systematically. It provides a clear plan and reduces risk and improves project management. It ensures quality, cost effectiveness, and timely delivery. So SDLC is simply we can say it is the step-by-step procedure of a software development in systematically, which is used to provide a clear plan about the development life cycle of a software. And it also used to ensure the quality, software effectiveness, and timely delivery. So let's see what are the different phases included in SDLC. Here you can see some of the phases. There are mainly 6 phases, including in the cases of SDLC. What are they? Requirement analysis. That is the first stage of SDLC. The second stage is system design. Next one, implementation. Otherwise, we can say it as coding. Fourth stage is testing. Fifth one, deployment. And the last one is maintenance. So simply, we can say that there are 6 main phases were included in the case of SDLC. These 6 phases are togetherly, we can say, the software development life cycle. So let us discuss in detail about one by one phases. First phase, that is requirement analysis. Do you know what is requirement analysis? Requirement analysis, simply we can say, gather some of the information from user or gather the user needs and expectations. It is very important stage in the case of SDLC because the user's requirements are one of the important needs for a software development. So the user needs and expectations were collected in the initial stage of a SDLC. That stage is known as requirement gathering. These important needs of a user, we can create it as in the form of a document. So after gathering the requirements, we analyze all these gatherings and conclude it and document it as a SRS document. So all the requirements were included in the form of SRS document. SRS stands for Software Requirement Specification Document. So all the user needs will be documented in the form of SRS. So after completing the first phase of requirement analysis, the product will be, after the first phase, we will get a document format that is SRS document. This documents will be considered for the next phase, that is system design. System design is the second phase of SDLC. In that phase, what we are doing, transform these requirements into an architecture and design. We know as the requirement gathering, all that steps will be completed. We can collect all this information into make it for a simple design. So system design is the second step in which there is a plan or an overall structure or a model of the entire system will be designed. So that is the second phase, system design. There are mainly 2 types of designing process will be there. That is high level design and detailed design. Detailed design also we can say it as low level design. So what is high level design? High level design is the architectural design or overall system design. It provides an overall information or an overall structure of the system. But in the case of detailed design or lower level design, in that component level designing is made at that stage. So component level means all the simple units or related to the programming language. Then what are the small things needed for a designing purpose? Everything small, minute things also were included in the case of low level design. Okay, so once again, I will say that high level design includes the overall structure of the system. At the same time, the detailed design includes all the minute things needed to the development of a system that will be included in the detailed design. Then come to the third phase, that is implementation. First of all the requirements we gathered, analyzed, and then a design made. After that, the implementation stage will be carried out. What is implementation stage? Developers write code as per design documents. We already make it as SRS document. After that, the SRS document will be converted into a design. Then this design comes under coding, programming. So developers write code as per design documents. By following the coding standards and version control, all these documents are converted into several codes, or using the any high-level programming languages, we can implement the system. Practically, we can implement the system. That phase comes under implementation. The next important phase is testing. What do you mean by testing? Testing is verifying that the software works as expected. So that is the checking of the working condition of the designed model. So in that case, in that testing phase, we include different types of testing techniques will be available there. They are unit testing, integration testing, system testing, acceptance testing, etc. But in this phase, we carried out whether the system works properly. If any errors will be there, we need to be make it resolve and make the system perfect. So in the phase of testing, all the verification procedure will be carried out. So all the important phases we already covered. Then the next phase, the last phase is the deployment and maintenance. The final stage of a software development lifecycle is deployment and maintenance. What is deployment? It is the release of the software to the user environment. We know as all over the process completed, the product will be released to the customer. So it is a releasing of the software to the user environment, or we publish the software. So that phase includes deployment. And further, after all this process will be completed, we need to maintain the entire software throughout. In the maintenance phase, we need to fix issues, upgrade, and improve the performance after delivery. So there are different stages of it. SDLC we already covered. What are they? Just recollect all the points. There are different phases in the case of SDLC. Main 6 stages will be there. Once again, I will show you what are the different phases of SDLC. First one, requirement analysis. In this phase, we require all the customer needs. Second phase is system design. It is the overall architectural design of the entire system, or a design model of the end product. Next, the third phase is implementation phase. Otherwise, we can say it as coding. Using a high-level language programming code, we can implement the software system. After the implementation, the product will be ready. So that product need to be verified or tested. So in the phase of testing, we verify any issues will be there. If it is there, then resolve all the problems and make it as a perfect one. So next one is deployment. What is deployment? Deployment is the process of delivering the product into the user environment, or directly deliver the system to the user. The last and final, one of the important phase of SDLC is maintenance. What is maintenance? Maintenance means fixing issues. While using the product, sometimes there will be some issues will be arises. So at that time, we need to be responsible to solve all the issues and also make it as perfect. And any upgradation will be there. That one also need to be complete. So I think all of you understood about the different phases of SDLC. So it is one of the core and important topic of software engineering. All the concept were clear, I think. So thank you.